Hi, have you ever been triggered or gotten emotional from somebody's behavior, their action, or their comments? I'm going to give you some tips on how to handle that. First of all, I'm Dawn West from More Than 50 Shades of Purple Against Bullying. Welcome. You know, if you have ever been triggered by somebody's behavior, especially bad behavior, maybe it's bullying behavior, whatever kind of behavior, any kind of negative behavior, and it just absolutely sets you off. It makes you frazzled, a little paranoid, a little crazy, you know, just miserable. You can learn from it. And it actually is a gift in ugly wrapping paper. I know you're like, what? Yes, it's actually a gift. Because what that person is doing is helping you to realize sometimes our gifts come in ugly wrapping paper. If you are triggered by someone's behavior, an event, emotion, comments, whatever, think back as far as you can. Was there somebody in your life that might have created these triggers? In my case, as a young child, I received a lot of tough love from a loved one. And at the time, I could not know, as a 7-year-old child, that they really loved me and they were just giving me tough love. But it set triggers for the rest of my life. Anytime anybody was very direct, abrasive, you know, condemning and such, it would just trigger me. So I remember having coffee with a girl one day, and she asked me, you know, what's going on in your life? And at the time, it was a crappy time for me. And I told her that, and she just snapped at me and started putting me down. And it was really hurtful, you know, it was just not a good time in my life. But upon thinking about it, I realized she had given me the greatest gift of realizing there was somebody that was triggering things in my life, you know, and it went all the way back to being 7 years old. And I realized I needed to heal that in my life. So if you're being triggered by people, comments, events, whatever, go back as far as you can in your life and try to discern on when did it start. When I realized where it came from and why I still got triggered, I began to work on healing that part of my life, forgiving that person who's no longer even around. But I had to forgive that person, and I also had to resolve things in my life. And that's what triggers can teach us. So you can either react, or you can look at it in a way that there's something in your life that needs resolving, baggage that needs fixing, however you want to look at it. And you'll know that you have achieved it when you're no longer triggered as much, or maybe not triggered at all. Because when you are an observer instead of an absorber, life is empowering. This has been brought to you by 50 Shades of Purple Against Bullying. Feel free to share this video, invite others, and ask questions. Have a great, empowering week.